In the past few days, lots of new exploits have emerged all at once in Fallout 76, and things have become quite chaotic in the Wasteland. It's news time, so let me present you another 12 things you should know right now. Hello everyone! Welcome back to another Fallout 76 video. As you probably know by now, there are many new exploits and glitches live. One of them has just been fixed by Bethesda regarding NPCs stealing players' gear, but many more remain active, such as reputation caps and even gold bullion exploits. And that's really concerning, especially because one of them can result in you losing your stash items. Anyway, it seems like there is a new account hacking wave due to a possible data breach. There is also a new mystery in Appalachia, and players have been trying to find out what it means by following clues. Moreover, players want a weekly gold bullion cooldown and a global reset for all currencies and item response, which makes a lot of sense. Alright, time to get into details. Let's begin. So, I want to start with one of the most game-breaking exploits alive right now. It seems like players can max out their raiders' reputation within a few hours by using different glitches actually, which were kept secret inside the cheaters community since the Wastelanders release until very recently. So far I haven't heard of any cheat for the settlers' reputation, so no wonder lots of people maxed out their raiders' reputation in the past week or so. It is ridiculous how some of these cheaters claim to be legit by grinding hard when they actually use cheats to get there. I have been grinding dailies and random encounters every single day, and I'm still far away from maxing out any faction after 3 weeks. So if you really hate cheaters and it goes against your ethics, watch out, don't get deceived by supposed friends and content creators who are pretending to be legit while they are cheating shamelessly. Just a word of advice, I have seen some insane stuff lately. It is a wild world out there. Now, I want to talk a bit about a new mystery that is not completely new, but it recently got an update with the Wastelanders DLC. There is a new Stone Henge in-game similar to the monument in Georgia in the US, and it has engraved symbols and messages on it. Each engraving has been put together to form a proper map. I made a Reddit post yesterday about this map shared with me, and dozens of people came together to try and solve this mystery. So far, so good. Now, this map has a lot to cover, and I mean a lot. I'm going to make a quick summary here, but I have spent hours reading people's findings since yesterday. I also did some map crossing, and I managed to match the south of Watauga with some of the lines. I'm not sure if it means anything yet. I mean, it seems to lead to Johnson's Acre, a cult of the Mothman outpost now, and one of the main symbols aligns with the monorail, but yeah, that's about it. Moving on, this map uses an alien language in which each symbol means a word instead of letters. There is even a hidden game file that translates the symbols into letters, which then mean words. It's quite complex, I know. That's in part why so many people are intrigued with this mystery. Some people have been translating the entire map into English, and the message seems to somewhat lead to some entity or civilization. It could be the interloper. We know that this language is not from the Zetans, at least, yet it looks ancient and alien. So this could perfectly be related to the Visitor, the Interloper, and the Cult of the Mothman in general. There is also an old entry at the investigator's cabin about the Mysterious Guidestones, which I believe to be this new Stone Henge that was recently added to the game. The terminal entry is locked right now, so we can't know what it is about. There are also Greek symbols in parts of the map which can symbolize imprisonment or lack of freedom. I have heard rumors this could be the map for the upcoming dungeon or even the monogam mines. There's really a lot of speculation going on about this mystery right now. I may make a video about everything I have learned so far. It's an extensive list of findings and it might interest you. Let me know if you would like to see a video like that. For now, let's move on to the next point. Alright, now back to the not so great news. Cheaters have already found a way to make the new gold bullion plans and gear tradable. As I said in previous videos, Bethesda should have made all of these items tradable to start with, because this system has only been kind to cheaters so far. Just like it happened with Vault 94 armor sets, the items were also supposed to be untradable, but cheaters found a way to sell them for money on sites like eBay. Now the exact same is happening to the secret armor set, the new power armor, and even gold plans in general. They are selling all sorts of new untradable items, and that's such a disappointment. Here I am farming gold, buying plants and crafting pieces trying to upgrade my gear, while cheaters are already selling full sets and making a profit out of exploiting. I doubt this one will get a fix anytime soon. It never got fixed before, so why would it get a fix now? Vault 94 had time to open and close, and we still have the same exploit live and running. So this one is most likely going to stay for a long time. Well, as I mentioned in the intro, it's like all the cheats emerged at once. There are also different exploits for caps, experience, and even gold farming, apparently. I'm not going to show how it's done as obvious, but there are dozens of guides out there on how to cheat and farm about anything with the Wastelanders DLC, which is a shame, really. It's like cheaters got into the PTS and found all the glitches and exploits, then waited until the DLC went live to make them public. Sometimes I feel like playing legit is like being an outcast in Fallout 76. As you guys know, I make legit guides and I bother to test things and find ways to farm things the proper way, and seeing all of this is just really disappointing and frustrating. I'm always hoping for the best, but in this case, by the time we get a fix, new cheats will emerge. It has been like this for almost 2 years now, so yeah, let's move on to the next point. The famous stash bug is a reality. Last week I asked data miners about it and they told me it was just a display bug as reported in my previous news video, but after a week we concluded that it's way more than just a display issue. People can actually steal random items from your stash, but not on purpose. The way this bug works is quite simple. If you have a vending machine in place, when someone opens the interface there is a chance that things get screwed up. In other words, the bug might pull random items from your stash and add them for sale with standard values, normally very low prices as found in robot vendors, for example. The bug can pull untradable items too, including atomic shop stuff stored in your stash, and it can show stacks of the same item when in reality you only have one in your stash. Yep, it's a complete mess. Now, if a player decides to buy these items, they normally can, which results in you losing the sold or bugged items. So if you are playing in adventure mode, remove your vending machines to avoid possible theft. Disabling them is not enough. Remove them from your camp altogether until we get a patch or a hotfix. It's a way to protect yourself and others too. Most people have no way to know if the sold items in your vending machine were there, set by you, or by the bug. Just saying. So unless you have nothing special in your stash or you don't mind losing random items inside of the stash, make sure to remove your vending machines, or don't, and play at your own risk. The choice is yours. Ever since the Wastelanders DLC went live, dying during the new events could potentially lead to losing equipped gear. It didn't happen every time, as obvious, but there was a slight chance an enemy NPC would steal your stuff on death. I actually thought this was a new feature. It would make sense if enemies steal your stuff when you are dead. Some would even equip it, but it was just a heavy bug. A very heavy one, let me tell you that much. Anyway, Bethesda has just released a fix yesterday, but sometimes things don't always go as intended. So just to be on the safe side, avoid dying during these two new events, Riding Shotgun and Radiation Rumble. I mean, what if it's not totally fixed? I wouldn't want to find out in the worst way possible. It took me forever to get my current weapons, so I will still play as safely as possible. No dying here. No, no, no. This point is 1 week old already, but it's still a relevant one. There is another heavy bug that could cause your power armor pieces to simply disappear from the frame. How or why, no one seems to know. Thankfully, I hardly use my power armor and I'm leaving it in my inventory untouched for now. Better this way. There is footage of this bug in action, and as you are about to see, the player in question just got in and out of the frame and suddenly his power armor pieces were gone. Vanished. His frame got naked and that's it. Scary stuff, huh? I'm not going to tell you to stop using your power armor, but if something similar happens to you, don't get surprised and prepare to fill up some support tickets. Something that I have noticed lately is that several people reported hacked accounts, especially through Reddit. Actually, 2 people in my Discord told me they got hacked and they are still waiting for the support team to resolve their issue. I'm not sure if this is related to the Steam linking or not, but well, the Steam release happened 2 weeks ago, and it's too much of a coincidence that we got such a hacking wave going on right after that happened, and all the account linking process as well. Now, considering the facts and the reports, I highly advise you guys to change your Bethesda account password right now, just in case there was a data breach, which is likely considering all the account hacking cases in the past 2 weeks. With all these new glitches, exploits, and new heavy bugs, it's no surprise that some servers are performing really poorly, and by that I mean in a state never seen before. I'm rarely playing in adventure mode these days, but when I do, I tend to find some really strange stuff. A few days ago, I ended up in this server, we were doing the third queen, and suddenly I started experiencing all sorts of server delay and bugs. First, my weapon didn't change when I did it through the favorites bar, then later the weapon was changing back on its own. I clicked for the shotgun and then I got the 50 call or vice versa. I got killed by a stealthy Marlow King. I did not hear or see any attack animations. It was really weird. Then I got stuck on the respawn window for minutes. The bug wouldn't go away no matter how many times I respawn, even in different locations. I had to relog actually. When I returned, my dropped loot was empty and loading, my stamina didn't drain, and then I saw quest completion animations when the queen died 5 minutes ago. Like, seriously? Players were level 1 to me and their power armor frames were naked. The Slenderman bug also appeared in one of them, and yeah, I changed servers after this for obvious reasons. So yes, this is proof that some servers are literally dying. This post over Reddit got my attention because it makes a lot of sense and it could benefit a lot more people. Basically, players want the gold bullion cap to change from the 200 daily to 1400 weekly. In the end, you can earn the same exact amount per week, but without a daily imposition. This would highly benefit people who are very busy with their jobs, family, and can't play every single day, which is most likely the main player base of Fallout 76. I think this is a great idea for many reasons. Sometimes I forget about the daily reset for gold bullion. There are so many different ones right now, and I have missed it a few times actually. Now, that wouldn't happen with a weekly reset, for example. So let's hope Bethesda makes this change at some point. Another amazing suggestion is about a global reset time for everything in game, such as caps, scrap, gold bullion, dailies, daily challenges, even junk items and spawn-free cosmetics. Oh yeah, I couldn't agree more with this point. I am really confused most of the time with all the different reset times on a daily basis. There are at least a dozen of them at this point, and it can be really confusing to me. I can't imagine how lost a casual player must feel with all these different reset times. So yeah, this is another feedback point Bethesda should really listen to, in my opinion. And maybe we will see this change in a near future. The Atomic Shop got an update as every Tuesday, but this time we didn't get that many new items for some reason, in contrast with the past week where lots of new communist entries got added to the shop. For this week we have a new free item, the King of Hearts poster, which you should claim as soon as possible. We also have a new pre-made building, the CD Shack, which looks great for a small cabin in the wild. There's a bunch of other card wall posters as well, a creepy Vault Girl head, and a blue futuristic wall paint. High tech indeed. I think these are all the new entries. For example, the Raider's gas mask is labeled as new, but I got it in my old for ages. I think the weapon paint is also old. So yeah, don't forget to check the weekly sales, maybe there's something there of your interest that you can grab for a cheaper price. The Wastelanders content doesn't disappoint, but the new cheats are surely dragging the game's reputation down once again. While most of us have to grind for weeks or even months, cheaters can get most things in a few days or even hours. Some even make a business out of exploiting. I can say I am fine with all of that, but it's not like I can do anything else other than showing the facts to you guys and girls. Well, that's really everything for this news video. I hope I could keep you up to date with everything Fallout 76. I am Marta Branco. Consider subscribing if you just got here and enjoyed what you saw. Feel free to share, comment and leave a like to support the channel. You can go one step further if you would like to. The links are right below the video. Now, thank you so much for watching and I will see you very soon in the next one. Until then, take care, adios, bye bye!